Sautéed mushrooms. Today I'm going to show you how to properly saute mushrooms so that they can have a nice deep flavor and a beautiful texture. We're using today white mushrooms and king trumpet mushrooms. First, let's clean our mushrooms. Mushrooms typically grow on moss by trees. So some of them, depends on the variety, will be easy to clean with not much dirt except the bottom part, which we can easily trim and get rid of. Some, like the white button mushrooms, sometimes they can have some residual moss on them. What we can do is just brush them with a paper towel or a brush and get all that excess dirt off of them. It is very important not to wash mushrooms because their structure is very spongy, and once they come in contact with water, they will absorb all that water, and when you start cooking them, they're going to release a lot of water, which can affect both the flavor and the texture of the cooked mushroom. Let's clean our board and cut the mushrooms. For the long-stemmed mushrooms, like the king trumpet, the stem tends to be tougher than the cap. So what we want to do is cut the cap off, and we're going to cut the stem in half lengthwise. That way we're cutting along the fibers that are going top to bottom, bottom to top in the stem. Then turn it to the side. We're going to cut across the grain of the fibers about 1/4 of an inch thick. That way we can break the fibers and the stem is not going to be tough. As for the top or the cap, we'll cut it in half and then cut across again 1/4 of an inch thick. As for the white mushroom, it's very easy. Just cut it in half if it's big, and then you just cut it across. I like to cut them 1/4 of an inch thick. That way when they cook, they're going to lose some water and they're going to shrink, and they will shrink to the adequate size. Two pounds of fresh mushrooms, 3 sprigs of fresh rosemary, 2 shallots, 5 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon butter, fresh ground black pepper, and salt. Chop the garlic by smashing it and then chop in very finely. Cut the shallot in half, cut across, leaving the back attached. Then cut across again and you get some fine chopped shallots. Take the rosemary off the stem and chop it very fine. To get the best flavor out of these mushrooms, we're going to saute them on super high heat. So heat up a saute pan until it's smoking hot. Add oil, add the mushrooms, let them sit for some time. Don't disturb them, just let them sit. After a few minutes, you're going to notice that they're going to start sweating and that they are starting to caramelize at the bottom. That's when you stir. This is what we're looking for, this nice brown color. You stir them and let them cook again some more, undisturbed for a few more minutes to get some more caramelization at the bottom. As you notice, they are shrinking in size because a lot of water has evaporated. And we're doing this in 2 batches so that we don't overcrowd the pan. Meanwhile, in another pan, we add some oil, melt the butter, and add the shallots and garlic and saute on medium heat. We're cooking our aromatics separately. By aromatics we mean shallots, garlic, and rosemary separately because they cook at different temperatures. We want the mushrooms to cook on high heat, and we want the aromatics to cook on lower heat. That way they don't burn. When the garlic and shallots start to sizzle, add the rosemary. Continue cooking the shallots, garlic, and rosemary mix until it's soft and translucent. When the mushrooms start talking back to you, by that I mean squeaking, so when you press them, you can hear a squeak. Get ready. Turn the heat off. Then combine the aromatics with the mushrooms. Add salt and pepper. Go easy on the pepper because the mushrooms somehow enhance the flavor of the pepper, so it will be overwhelming. And then stir together to combine. Sauteed mushrooms with shallots, garlic, and rosemary. I'm serving them over gnocchi bolognese today. And tomorrow the rest is gonna go inside an omelet. Enjoy, like, and subscribe because there is more coming.